My parents abandoned me at a gas station as a prank, curious to see how long it'd take me to find my way home. I never returned. 2 decades later, they tracked me down. This morning, my phone showed 39 missed calls from unfamiliar numbers. Then a message arrived, "Please, Dad's sick. He wants to see you. Call us." Just like that, the calm I'd built over 20 years began to fracture. Let me explain. When I was 15, my family thought it'd be hilarious to pull a stunt during a road trip. We pulled into a gas station, and I dashed inside to use the restroom. When I came out, the car was gone. At first, I assumed they'd just driven around or stopped for fuel elsewhere. I waited and waited. After an hour, reality hit. They weren't coming back. I had no phone, no money, just the clothes on my back. Later, through someone else, I learned it was intentional. My dad had said, "Let's see how long it takes him to get home. It'll make him stronger." My mom and siblings found it funny, thinking it'd be a great tale to tell later. But I didn't go home. I didn't trust them to return. So I left. To survive, I spent the first few nights sleeping behind the gas station. During the day, I asked strangers for spare change to buy food or water. Most ignored me. On the third day, a truck driver named Bill saw me, bought me a meal, and drove me to a nearby town. There, a kind pastor connected me with the Thompsons, a family who took me in. They ran a modest repair shop and let me stay in their converted shed if I helped out after school. They treated me better than my own family ever did. With their support, I earned my GED, attended community college, and by 22, I'd launched a business restoring vintage cars. By 30, I owned a house. I changed my name legally, cutting the final link to my past. The Thompsons became my true family. I repaid every penny they'd spent on me and more. When Mr. Thompson passed, I was by his side. Mrs. Thompson is still alive, and we talk weekly. Today, after 20 years of silence, those 39 missed calls appeared. I ignored them at first. Then came the text about my dad being ill and wanting to see me. After days of reflection, I called, seeking closure. I needed them to admit what they'd done. My older brother answered, acting overly friendly, as if nothing had happened. He said things like, "It's been ages, man. We should catch up, laugh about old times." I stopped him and asked, "Did you leave me at that gas station on purpose?" Silence. Then, casually, he said, "Come on, it was just a prank. You overreacted." I asked why they never came back. He chuckled, saying, "After a few hours, Dad figured you'd hitch a ride or something. Said it'd toughen you up." Mom agreed. They never reported me missing. They didn't care. Then he revealed their real motive. "We saw your story in the news. You're doing well, huh? Business, house, success, that's awesome. We thought it'd be good to reconnect, for support." Support. Not love, not remorse. Support. For them. I hung up and blocked their numbers. I thought that was the end. I was mistaken. Days later, I came home from work and saw a car parked across the street. As I stepped out of my truck, someone called my old name. It was my mother, standing on the sidewalk, crying. My sister sat in the car, scrolling on her phone. My mother approached, sobbing, talking about Dad's illness, family being everything, and how everyone makes mistakes. She said they were proud of me now. I stood there, numb. Finally, I said, "You left me to fend for myself. You never came back. You mean nothing to me." She collapsed in tears. My sister shouted, "Just move on already. It's been 20 years. I turned, went inside, locked the door, and closed the blinds. They stayed outside for another half hour before leaving. That night, I got an email from my father. He apologized if they'd hurt me, said he forgave me for cutting them off, and hoped I'd do the right thing and support my family in his final days. "A good son doesn't abandon his parents," he wrote. I didn't reply. I sent the email to my lawyer in case they tried anything further. The next day, I installed security cameras around my property. I'm not taking risks. I feel no guilt. I owe them nothing. They made their choice 20 years ago. I've finally made mine. Family isn't blood. It's the people who show up when you need them. For me, that's the Thompsons. Always will be. Mrs. Thompson is coming for dinner tomorrow. I'm cooking her favorite stew. She's the only family I need. Thank you all for reminding me that walking away isn't cowardice. It's survival. 3 weeks have passed since my last update. After blocking them again, setting up cameras, and safeguarding my peace, I thought it was over. But my biological family doesn't quit when they sense a chance to gain something. Last week, a certified letter arrived from a law firm in my old hometown. My father had died. Yes, that fast. The letter said I was named in his will and needed to attend a reading. I laughed at first, then called my lawyer. He advised me not to respond directly and let him handle it. Here's the twist. My father left me a portion of his debt, not assets, not money, but tens of thousands in unpaid loans, credit cards, and a house with an underwater mortgage. In some cruel final act, he tried to saddle me with it. Thankfully, because I'd gone no contact and changed my name, my lawyer said they can't legally force me to accept anything. I rejected the inheritance. Officially, legally, forever. But they didn't stop. My sister, the one who told me to move on, started telling people in our hometown that I'd abandoned my dying father and was too selfish to help my family. She posted on social media, using my old name, calling me a heartless jerk who owed them for all they did to raise me. Raise me. They left me at a gas station for a laugh and never reported me missing. It'd be comical if it weren't so vile. Some folks from my old town, people I hadn't spoken to since childhood, messaged me, some with hate, some curious, but most supportive. Apparently, more people knew my parents' true nature than I thought. For now, I've switched to a private mailing service. All mail goes to a P.O. box. Cameras run 24/7. Any contact from them goes to my lawyer. They have no hold over me anymore. Mrs. Thompson and I had our stew dinner. She brought an old photo album, and we spent the evening laughing, shedding a few tears, and talking about life. She ended the night by saying, "You were always meant to find your true family, dear. Blood just sets you on the path. Love keeps you there. I've never been more certain of anything. Thank you all for your support. It's helped more than you know. I'll update if anything significant happens, but I think this chapter is finally done. Goodbye."